We have a gate at our junction shaft here at Lake Mathews that has become stuck. And what it's done is it's caused us to have an uncontrolled source of water pulling from Lake Mathews. Here at Lake Mathews, we have two different towers. We have the newer Tower 2 and we have the old Tower 1. It's actually underwater behind me here. You can see where the barge is set up. That's where the tower is, but it's about another 70, 80 feet down. And so what we're doing is, because we have a gate stuck open, we have an uncontrolled flow of water coming through our system that we need to be able to control. We need to stop this flow of water so that we can work on our stuck gate. And the other reason is because of water quality concerns. Tower 1 is pulling from the deepest part of the lake, and as the sun comes out and as the days get hotter, that lake is turning over and the bottom of the lake becomes anoxic. There's no more oxygen in the water, and that presents a problem for all of our treatment plants as well as the agency's treatment plants that pull from us. As we get deeper into summer, we would just keep having more and more problems if we didn't isolate this Tower 1 behind us. The divers that are out here working are contractors, and they're doing dives down to about 125 feet to get to the bottom of the shaft. So it's pretty unusual work. This is not something that we would routinely do, but it is very urgent that we get down there and we get as much investigation done on this gate as possible.
Our contractor provided a work plan, and they're able to have 2 dives consistently going simultaneously. 6 divers on each crew, 1 at the junction shaft here on landside and 1 at outlet tower 1 on the reservoir. So they had to build a floating barge system and put all of their equipment on that floating barge. They put a crane, they put 2 decompression chambers, they put a dive shack.
What's happening here is there's a gate that is stuck, and the thought here is that it was stuck because of these quagga mussel buildup, that it was not actually letting the gate roll upwards. So what we do is we'll send a diver down there, first do an inspection, confirm that everything's safe to proceed with the pressure washing. Once the pressure washing starts, we're removing basically the quagga mussels in order to try to free this gate. The diver has about 55 to 60 minutes. They come up to the land side, go into the decompression chamber, and at that time, since we have 2 on site, we're allowed to send another diver in to do his dive and get another 55 to 60 minutes. So it's a continuous dive, and that helps expedite the repair process on the gate structure itself.
They were able to get the gate unstuck yesterday, which is great news, great progress. They're going to continue cleaning the gates off. They have a lot of quagga infestation and algae and debris, so we're trying to get all of that cleaned up so that we can leave Gate 1 and potentially Gate 2 in good operational standing when we walk away from this project.
We're executing a shutdown in the middle of summertime, which is a little bit difficult. It's taken a lot of collaboration with multiple agencies within our service area here that's impacted from this. One thing that we did, we have some 12-inch pumps set up in the lake, and we're highlining the water down to the forebay. The pump setup that we have here is allowing us to keep the downstream pipelines full of water with a small flow. We're actually only flowing about 17 or 18 CFS, but that's enough for some of our downstream agencies to keep their treatment plants operational.
We're working with C&D operations to operate the valves and get help as much as they can. They're helping us get the materials and the equipment that we need. We appreciate engineering sending their teams out here to work with us and kind of assess the situation alongside with us so that we can make whatever calls we needed to make to get this done quickly and efficiently and effectively.
The collaboration with Metropolitan Water District has been one of the best I've ever experienced with a client. They called me about a Thursday afternoon that, hey, they have an emergency at one of their lakes. And Thursday night, we were getting the work plan together, getting crews together. We were both working over the weekend together. In the next 3 weeks, we turned around a project that usually takes 2 to 3 months in about 3 weeks. And that only happens if you have a good partner in the client.